You're watching Flippy James Disc Golf. My name is James. Happy you're here. In this video, we are throwing the new Simon Line Time-Lapse. This is the first 12-speed from MVP, the first ever mold in the Simon line, and this is supposed to be like the pro-level bomber. But also in this video, we have them in 3 different colors because Simon posted a video and he said that the purple ones are more understable and the yellow ones are more overstable. I don't know what he said about the blue ones. And so what I'm gonna try and find out if I can see how big that gap is. Like, is this understable and this is overstable, or is it like minimal? Like, is this the distance of that gap from understability to overstability? Or does my arm not even show the difference? This video is also gonna help me decide which one of these is going to make the bag, because I don't keep a lot of high-speed drivers in my bag. Actually, I kind of do. I just don't throw a lot of them. But I want to find out if these range in a big difference of stability, which one's going to fit that slot of, I'm overstable, but I'm not just like a dump truck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want something to go, but I want something I can trust in the wind. We're going to throw hyzer, flat shots, and anhyzer with all 3 of these. And then we're going to come back, talk about them, and see if we can tell a difference. Okay, so the first throws, the purple seemed like it wanted to stand up, had that nice push forwards as it hyzered as well. It never seemed like it wanted to just like hit the ground, but it was reliable at the same time, like trustworthy, even with that kind of stand up, but not like, it wasn't like a flip. The blue one, I threw it a little bit higher and it didn't want to try and stand up at all. And it also seemed to like lose flight. Maybe I threw it like not as hard. They were only like 7 feet from each other, directly in a line. But this seemed to kind of have more dump truck at the end and not as much push forward. And then the yellow one kind of yanked a little bit to the right, but a very good throw. Nice hyzer line the whole time. It didn't have like, I don't think the understability as the purple, like the pushing forward, but it wasn't like a dump truck left. So time to throw it flat. I'm gonna throw the yellow one first, blue, and then purple on the flat shots. Never wanted to turn. Also never wanted to turn. I pulled that right. That wasn't like, so if I'm throwing that way, or if I'm throwing that way, they're still coming out flat. Accuracy wise, don't worry about it in this video. Let's see if this purple one gets some turn out of it, because at thrown flat, I want to see a little -1, then 3, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so for the flat shot, the yellow and the blue did not want to turn. I don't know if the purple had a little anhyzer out of my hand, but it turned some, even if it was on anhyzer. It wasn't like it fought out of it. It was turning, and then it was slowly fighting out at the end. I will say that none of these 3 are going to be my max distance thrower, but that doesn't mean they can't work for what I want them to do. So far, I would pick the purple one because it had that little bit of turn. I'm going to throw these on anhyzer. See how they fly and see if one will hold the turn longer, like holding it, or if it's gonna be like, oh, I'm swooping out fast. After I throw all 3 of these, I'm gonna throw 2 more discs that, if you're looking for that far distance driver with a fast rim, I'm gonna show you 2 more that I think might be your better option. Because unless you're throwing like Simon does, like when he was throwing these, he put some on a little bit of hyzer, it was going up, turning, and then fighting back. Like, he can throw far. And if you can't throw as far, but you're wanting something that bombs in a fast disc, I don't think these are gonna be your option. Okay, we're going back purple first, blue second. Blue's always been second. How about blue goes first, yellow's gonna go last, purple will go second. That was a nice turn. Okay, I'm gonna catch up, come back. Like, I'm a fan of that shot. Pink Lemonade definitely had more overstability. The first disc that I think you should get instead of the time-lapse if you're wanting to throw far is a Defy, because this one I've thrown it a little bit and it beat in to be really nice. Has a little bit of flip, a little bit of turn, and then it comes back. It's an 11 speed, but the rest of the numbers are the same. And that went farther than any of the other ones. Next, if you have bigger hands and you want a bigger rim a bigger rim disc, I would go with the Tenacity. Now, I've thrown this a lot, so it's pretty beat in, but straight out of the box, it had a nice little flip. Thrown flat, it had a little turn and a fade. I'll leave a video up of when I did the review on this, my first time throwing it. This is a bomber for me now, and it's a 13 speed. Put a little bit too much on that one. Lot of turn, good enough height so it caught up and then went straight. That one went 400 for sure. One honorable mention, if you can find one, in OTB Panic. This is 163 grams. This thing goes far. All right, so based off just throwing them the first time ever in a field, I think what my plan for these is to keep the purple and yellow in my bag, because I do think this has just a slight less bit of understability. At the beginning of the video when I was like, are they this far apart or this far apart? I'd go closer to like this far apart for my arm speed. I have seen some people in the Facebook group for MVP say that they got flippy ones, like with the stock stamp on it. And so I know that there was like talk about how they vary and how it's hard to make a consistent driver, especially with overmold. If you haven't watched Simon's video, watch it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But none of these are flippy. For the profile of them, they have a lot of dome. Like, these are very domey discs. And so if you've been waiting for it, it's freaking here. Like, look at this guy. It's the top doesn't like pop, but that's a dome. Like, there's a lot of dome. For the feel of these, when I first grabbed these new stock run time lapses, like, it felt so tacky for Neutron, like in a good way. I love the feel of Neutron. It's like grippy to begin with, but my hand was like glued to it right when I grabbed it. And I was like, did they do something different? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Oh, there's something else I wanted to mention. I can't see through either of these two. My lab second one, I can. So like when I hold them up to the sun, especially, like I see the sun in the tree and I can see you right now, the camera. And so, I don't know, this might be one of them end of the batch runs. I like it. I think the blue and white's sick with the gray swirls. But Pink Lemonade, purple and blue, these two are gonna go into the bag because I want to throw them more when I'm out playing and see if I can tell a difference then. I wanna see how they beat in. If this beats in to be like that Defy, I don't want it to be just like the Defy, because sometimes I'll throw it flat and it'll turn the whole time. And so it's kind of touchy for me, but the throw I had in the video, I was very happy with that throw. If you got a time lapse and you've thrown it so far, let me know what you think of it in the comments. If you like it, if it bombs, if it doesn't, let me know how far you're throwing. For reference, all of these throws were between like 315 and 350 is how far the purple Anheuser one went. And so, decent. If this video helped you decide if the time lapse is for you or not, please give it a like. If it helped you pick a certain color even, let me know in the comments. If there's something I didn't cover with these that you want to see, I might be able to bust them out for another video and talk about that. Like if it's a good topic for both of these, let me know. The time lapse is here, MVP's first 12 speed. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what comes out with the Simon line. The Pixel, definitely get my hands on that one. See you in the next one.